Hello and welcome to Popcorn and Perspective. This is the place where not only we enjoy delicious popcorn, but also dive deep into the world of film. We're your hosts. I'm Chantel, and here in sorry about that, y'all. I'm Chantel, and I'm here with my co-host.
Chris.
All right, and we're here to share our insight on new releases and timeless classics. Get ready to experience movies like never before as we offer you our confident perspective. Welcome to today's episode. We're excited to jump into our favorite segments of today, which is going to be what you're watching now and directors we love. Here, sorry, I don't know what's going on, y'all, but where we talk about the shows and films we've been watching lately and shout out to the filmmakers who keep us coming back for more. But first, let's kick things off with a quick game we like to call Guess That Quote. It's exactly what it sounds like. One of us throw out a movie quote and the other has to guess what movie it's from. No prizes, just pride. Celebrate like Simfile bragging rights, baby. All right, brother, you're gonna be up first, so hit me with that quote.
All right, my quote is I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah, that face lets me know you might not know this one.
Oh, oh, wow.
I
Wait.
have come here to chew bubblegum
Bubblegum.
and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what is that? And it sounds familiar, and I'm just like, but why? I'm like, I don't even think I've ever heard that line before. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm still sitting here like, what is that from? Hold on. Wait,
Take
all
your
right,
time. Take your time.
hold on. Is it from, okay, is it a comic book adaptation at all of any sort?
No.
Yeah.
Do, do,
Wait,
do,
okay.
do, do, do.
Oh God, this no, it's like it's hitting me on the tip of my tongue, but I feel like I could be wrong. It's not kick ass, is it?
No, but that is a good one, a good guess. That is
Ah,
a very good guess.
dang.
I
And
hit
I'm
you
gonna
with it one
feel
more time. I have
yes.
come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I am all out of bubblegum.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh God. Is it like a recent film or no?
No, it's from 1988, but it's a film I know you've seen. Well, I'm sure you've seen it. It's a cult classic, actually.
I had to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Oh, bubblegum. Oh my God. I
I,
am trying to. My brother, you got me stumped on this one. What?
all
Oh my
right,
God.
it is from director John Carpenter. He also wrote it. It is when Roddy Piper said that in the movie They Live. When we put the glasses on and he saw the aliens.
Okay, that I have not seen that movie.
Oh
That I have
no!
not seen. I'm sorry. I've heard of it. I just never watched
Oh
it.
no! Every
So I was like,
episode, I
what
got all
is?
these adoption papers.
I'm sorry. I didn't know
No,
what this was. And what's crazy is I've heard of this movie. That's wild. I've actually heard of They Live.
yeah,
And I am a fan of John Carpenter, but I've seen
exactly.
this movie. I've never seen it. I'm sorry. I'm
And
like,
I was like, oh, this is gonna be too easy. But I was like, this is one of my favorite films, and it's one of my favorite quotes. I thought you were just gonna say, oh, they live, and I was gonna be like, damn. But
nah, you had me stumped because I was like, that's why I was like, this sounds familiar. It sounds, but see, I'm seeing it,
definitely
bro.
put they live on your list. It's probably on HBO
I
Max or
I
something.
will. I just looked it up, and it's actually they have it on Prime Video for
Oh, okay.
$3.79 for rent. So
It is
I'm like,
definitely one to watch.
hey, under $4, under $5, why not?
Exactly. All right, let's let's get past that one, and you go ahead and hit me with what you got. Now I
My
feel. Now I'm worried.
dad.
Now I'm worried.
Okay, this one, I don't know why I always find myself quoting like a lot, and I really hope that you don't get it, but it's like one of my favorite ones. All right, so mine he's like, where am I supposed to go? Like, let me try this again. It starts with, and go where, Sharon? To hell. But until then, I suggest maybe the Four Seasons.
That sounds like it's not the other guys, is it? Okay.
Definitely not, but I love that movie though.
Yeah, that
That's a good
dang.
movie.
To where sugar holiday? Is it I can hear and I might be wrong in thinking this guy said it. What's his name? The guy from the wedding singer, not Owen, was the other one.
Are you talking about Adam Sandler?
No, it's the wedding singer. Wedding Crashers. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you talking about Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, is he the one who said it? Oh, I'm on that boat. I'm on the wrong path on that one. Say it one more time.
And go where, Sharon? To hell. Until then, I suggest maybe the Four Seasons.
Is Sharon the one that said to hell?
Yes.
Okay. Sharon don't sound like a nice person. Oh, dang. And go where? And go where? I know
I feel like you've seen this movie, and if you haven't, it's just like, well, how not? But yeah, like I feel like you have seen this movie.
Is it a comedy?
No.
No. Oh, dang. You said that like it's a world-ending movie.
It's literally like one of the popular lines in this movie.
Oh, I hate to give up the red flag, but I'm throwing the towel, and you got
it. Was it? Do you want me to say it?
It sounds like it's a good quote too. Like it's something that if I heard it in a movie, I'd be like, "Oh, that's epic." Damn it! All right, tell me.
All right, it was Idris Elba and Beyonce and Obsessed.
Oh, I went to the movies to see that.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite lines in that movie is when she's telling him to get out of the house and he asked her, "Where do you want me to go?" And she's like, "To hell." But until then, like, maybe we should just the Four Seasons.
Go to hell, but make us stop at the hotel first. Damn, yeah, we went to the movies to see that because it was a time where it was like 3 or 4 movies that had the same synopsis, and that was one of them. Oh right. Yeah, I can see them two doing that too.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite lines in that movie. I don't know why. It was just the whole delivery of it. It just makes me laugh.
I can see them too. Like Idris Elba, how he just deliver, and then how she's not as a stoic actor as him, but she still has that punch, and just I can just see them too.
Especially, the way she says to hell,
yeah, with that country twang. And
it's not hell, it's hell.
Yeah, and you don't expect it. Like, damn, Sharon, something
like relax. It's like, well, people, as you can see, we both lost on each end. Nobody gets the bragging rights at all. We tried. Until next time, because we're gonna get one. We're gonna have to do that again.
Yeah, we definitely gotta run that
get something right.
That was
we were both losers on that one. It's like, sorry, folks. Next time, we'll get you guys next time.
Exactly.
But before we dive deeper into the movies, don't forget to follow us. You can find me on Twitter at _AkiraXO and also on Letterboxd at Edna Mode. Yes, that is one word, Edna Mode. And Chris, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Hazel-Eyed Movie Guy, and you can find me at Letterboxd under the Hazel-Eyed Movie Guy.
I love that. I love that a lot.
I need to salute you for your Edna Mode and the incredible.
Thank you.
When she walked up to the mic and said Edna Mode, the way she said it, and every time you say it.
Yes, I actually had somebody on Letterboxd real quick. I actually had somebody come to me and was like, "Hey, let me get your name," and I was like, "No," I'm like, "I got it first. It's mine. I'm keeping it."
Oh, they tried to take your name? Wow.
Yeah, they actually came to me and was like, "Hey, can I get your name off you?" No, this is mine. I'm like,
"Why is my name? Why would I give it to you? Like, exactly. Why would I give you my name?" Like,
right. People are crazy. But, all right, y'all, let's get into it. What you're watching now. So this is the part of the show where we share what we're watching right now. Doesn't matter if it's old, new, a guilty pleasure, a masterpiece, or pure chaos. If it's worth talking about, we're bringing it up. So, brother, what are you watching now?
What my wife and I are currently watching is a show that has us completely gripped by the neck, and it is the Netflix show Ginny and Georgia. It has 3 seasons on Netflix, and this show is filled with emotion and some other hard-hitting topics such as mental health, child abandonment, and just the struggles that a very young mother must face and the lengths that all mothers go to in order to provide. Ginny and Georgia tells the story of Georgia Miller, a woman with a shadowy past who relocates to a small town, Wellsbury, Massachusetts. She has 2 kids with her, Jeannie, Virginia, and Austin, in hopes of starting over after her husband has a mysterious death. The series dives into the complicated relationship between the mother and daughter as Jeannie is a teenager, so she has to struggle with high school and then dealing with the past of her mother and a lost love. So everything starts to unravel once the mom's past realizes that, okay, I'm not going to stay hidden anymore. I need to let this out. And she starts having to do things that she would rather not do in order to keep them safe. The two main actresses in the show are Antonia Gentry, who plays the daughter Jenny, and this is her first leading role in a series, and she does amazing. And then we have Brianna Howie, who plays the mother, and she does an equally amazing job. And it's just a show that will grip you from the beginning to the end. Sometimes you'll get a little frustrated because you're like, okay, why is these kids so crazy? Why is this happening? Why is the mom so crazy? But it's just filled with murder, chaos, lies, but it all comes together to keep you tuned in. So I would highly recommend it. The son of the show, he's more of a side character until the end of season 2 when he does a huge action that shifts his perspective, and then he's a huge part of season 3. So give it a watch, guys. Ginny and Georgia on Netflix. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah. Because I've heard of this story. I'm like, I've heard this show a lot. I see like a lot of memes on Twitter or X, but yeah,
Yeah,
I've like heard people talk about this show, and I literally, honestly, I thought it was like an overseas show. I didn't even know it was an American show. Like I literally thought this was like a UK show. Like
yeah,
straight up that because the way it looked, I guess I don't know, but I just remember there was like one episode, I guess, where Jenny like salutes to somebody and she like walks off, and everybody was like made fun of that like whole like scene by
yeah,
itself. And I'm like, I've seen it without context, so I was like,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on. And then I know everybody was like talking about the little boy who plays the brother because they were like, how is this kid, like still in elementary school and he looked like he a high schooler? Because I saw the
yeah. Because
pictures, like
in
he looking
season
like
one,
yeah,
he's a little boy. He fits the narrative of okay, that's her 9-year-old or 10-year-old son. But in
right,
season 3, he looked 30. So he
right.
looked
That's
like,
what I thought.
and that's just Netflix waiting too long in between seasons to do something because it's like okay, he was in elementary school in season 1, season 3 he done went to college. Like, so what are we doing? And then you see him sitting in the classroom, and he's just towering over all the other kids because even though he's still a child, but he done hit that age, he done got up there. So yeah, it's I don't know how they're gonna. They probably won't even say anything about it. They probably just let us,
No,
it happen. But they
because like I
can't,
saw
they
the
can't
pictures.
they can't wait too long to give us
Right.
season 4, or is he gonna have a full grown beard?
Yeah, because it's like I saw the pictures and I was like, I understand why they were like, y'all gotta like keep this
That's
moving
right.
because it's like, why does he look like a child? And the next thing you know, he looking like he got a mortgage and like 3 kids. Like
Yeah,
it's like
and
yeah,
I would hate.
that's just it is like the same thing like you were saying. Like they take too long to
Yeah,
do these like seasons because we got the same thing with the Stranger Things kids. Like they started off as kids and they're like all off like getting married, like having mortgages and all that. It's like all of them are like pushing 30. Like
exactly.
it's like
And
you
I
gotta
don't know,
speed this up.
why they do that. Like, because I understand if the show wasn't a hit, but like you said, Stranger Things, massive hit. Jenny and George, it's not at the Stranger Thing level, but it's still a massive
Right.
hit. And like like I said, once you watch it, you'll get caught up. Like, okay, and now that it has 3 seasons, I think a lot of people who are getting into the show will be happy because season 1 is a cliffhanger. Season 2 is a huge cliffhanger, but it goes right into season 3, so you don't have to wait for that. And yeah, and I would hate for them to replace Austin. That's his name in real life is Diesel, but Austin, his name is on the show. I would hate for them to have to replace him because they took too long to do something like that. So that's what I thought was going to happen after season 3. I mean, after season 2, I thought they was going to have to replace him because they was taking so long.
Uh-huh.
But thankfully, they went ahead and brought him back, and he found a babysitter for his kids. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, he's definitely older, and everybody will see it. But it doesn't take that much away from the show, him being older.
Right. Okay. So I'm like, all right, so yeah, because it's like 2 year difference in
Yeah,
between like each season too. It's like people gotta understand. It's like boys nowadays. It's like, come on
yeah.
now. Like they
Father
they
Time not gonna wait on you. Puberty not gonna
right.
wait. Like,
It's like, hold on. It's like, why does boy look like he got a 5 o'clock shadow? Like, stop playing. And he's supposed to still be learning what 5 plus 5 is. I'm not believing that. Not one bit.
exactly. He is towering when he's those the little desks that you have, they're connected, and you sit next to somebody and 2 other people sit next to you. He
Yes.
is towering over them. But yeah, you just overlook that part, everybody. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah, yeah.
it's not his fault. It's Netflix fault. It's not the writer's fault. Direct. It's Netflix fault, but it's still a very good show.
Oh my god. All right. So I will definitely have to check it out now since because like before I was like, I don't know like if I'll feel it or not, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you definitely will. So yeah.
So my choice of what I'm watching, I've like already said it to you already. I've spoken about it before. I think on Facebook, and I even talked about it on not Instagram, really on Instagram. But on Twitter, I've been talking about it, and I really wish I would have been watching it when it first came on. But anyways, it's the HBO Max original, The Righteous Gemstone. Like straight off the bat, I didn't think I was gonna like it too much. But first things first, let me just give y'all a little detail of what it is right now. So with The Righteous Gemstones, it's let's see. Well into the second generation of a grand televangelist tradition, the world famous gemstone family is living proof that worship pays dividends in all sizes. Patriarch Eli is the man most responsible for the tremendous success of the family's megachurch, is in mourning over the loss of his wife. Jesse, the eldest of the three grown gemstone siblings, leads to look in the family's leads to looks to lead in his father's footsteps to find his past sins jeopardizing his family ministry. Next in line comes middle sister Judy, who secretly lives with her fiance and dreams of escaping the gemstone's compound. Rounding out the dysfunctional trio is pseudo hipster Calvin, the youngest of the preachers, and a thorn in Jesse's side. As the family battles numerous threats to their renowned religious empire, they continue to spread the good word and making a solid buck doing so. So straight off, this show is like 4 seasons. I hate the fact that it's only 9 episodes
Short
each
season.
straight up just 9 episodes. Sometimes they're either gonna be like between like 30 to like 60 minutes. It just depends on like the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm like already. I just started the fourth season. I think last night I just started the fourth season. When before we even started, I think I was on episode 7. So I'm almost done with the season.
Oh yeah.
And I hate that I'm almost done because it's look. If anybody has watched this show or has not watched this show, like me and you, like I just started watching it. I think like 2 weeks ago. Like it is the funniest thing I have seen as of lately. Like I've always been a fan of Danny McBride. If y'all don't know who Danny McBride is, he's been around for a minute. He's a comedian, actor. He's done like the show the movie The Foot Fist Way. He was in Hot Rod, Pineapple Express, Tropic Thunder. He played Kenny Powers on Eastbound and Down. So my guy has been around for a minute. So I just love the fact that he's been doing pretty good with HBO because he had another show on there called Vice Principals.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into that one just as much because even though I did love Eastbound and Down. Like I love that show like straight up, but I just couldn't get into Vice Principals as I did with Eastbound and Down. But he knocked it out of the park, I think, with the Righteous Gemstones. Even though it deals with like like the religious background and like televangelists and like how they live their lives, and so it's basically satire. You might as well just say it's satire, but I still just love the fact how this family runs because they have buku money to the point that they have a amusement park on the compound that they live on. That's how much money they got. I'm like, who has that kind of money that they have their own amusement park on the compound that they live on? Like,
Yeah.
that's just too much money. And you for the church too? Like, that's the kind of stuff that they be talking about. Like, if you're for the church, like the money should be, for the church, not for the family who's running the church. Because these people are like living lavish, like they just be having like all these kind of vacations, they be having like all different kind of cars, they just all these big houses, like it's just ridiculous how they're living, but also they deal with like their like like past family, like just like other churches trying to take them out. Like you even have like journalists like trying to like uncover like deep dark secrets. Like it's just one of them shows where it's just like everything is all over the place, but it
Yeah.
runs smoothly. Even though it's only like 36 episodes, like it's still a good time. Like I'm laughing like all the way out, like throughout the entire seasons. But the only thing that it like drives me nuts is like what is it with white men and dicks? Like they always be like, I don't know what it is about them with the front, like the frontal shot. Like, why am I looking at old dick and balls? Like, I don't want to be looking at men's dick. Like, it's just, yes, it's periodic throughout each season, but it's just like, what is the reason?
That's HBO
Why?
go-to move.
Yeah, I'm like, why? I'm like, why are we doing dick jokes? Like, can we stop with the dick jokes? I'm tired of dick jokes. I'm tired of seeing dick. Like, like I hate saying it, but it's just like it's just like one of those shows. It's just like we just gonna keep running this dick gag for you. Like,
Yeah,
but it's like okay, I get it. Like, let's move on now. But other than that, it's a solid show, and I think for me, like the standout for me, it would have to be like he's been around for a good minute, but he's just been like been we'll be seeing him a lot more is Walter Goggins. Walter Goggins as baby Billy Freeman as their brother as the father. Let me try this again. As the uncle and the brother-in-law, he is like the funniest person on this show because he's just like he's literally someone who was a child star and he was like in this duo with his sister, and when his sister like moved away from him and got with the patriarch Eli, he lost like everything. Like so it was like he had his sister for like the financial dependency and all that stuff. So it was kind of like he's just trying to find his way back in there to make a quick buck.
yeah. I'm looking at the cast now, and this definitely looked like a show I watched because, like you said, it had Danny McBride, then
Yeah.
Adam Devine, I love from the Pitch Perfect
Yes.
movies, and then John
Yes.
Goodman. You watch Roseanne
Of
for
course.
you know how good he is, and Cassidy Freeman is a good actress. Excuse me. I had no idea Walter Goggins was in it. I've been a fan of
Yes.
his since 2010 when I watched him in Justified. That was my introduction to him, and I was just like, I got to watch everything he in because he killed that show. Eric Andre,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. And I had no idea it was a religious based show. I just
Mm-hmm.
saw the background of it on HBO, and I was like, that looks funny, and I just put him. But
Yeah.
I definitely have to watch it now. Does it end after season 4, or is it a season 5? Or
This is the last season. Season 4 that came out this year, that was the last season. So that was
oh, okay,
why I was just like, all right, I'm like, let me go ahead and just knock them on out because it's like, it's going to be quick because there's
yeah,
only 36 episodes and they're kind of like in between like 30, like 30 minutes or whatever. So, but yeah,
nine
like you
episodes
said,
is kind of nine
yeah,
episodes is kind of shaky. Like you
yeah,
got a
right?
lot of story
It's
to get, a lot of
a
a
little
lot of
shaky.
story, a lot of characters to introduce.
And
So
it is.
you
Right.
said
It's,
you said you're on season 4, episode 7. Is it
yeah.
looking like it's trending toward having a ending that makes sense, or is it just like, oh, okay, that's it?
Yeah, it at this point it just literally looks like we're just like, all right, well, it's time for us to say goodbye. So we just gonna say bye, and it's just like I feel like this season, the way it's going, I feel like they could just like they could have kept it going for like 5 more. They could or like
Mm,
at least 3 more, like make it to
yeah,
like season, episode 12 or something, just to wrap it up. I haven't got towards the end quite. I'm towards the end, but I'm like I haven't got to that, to like okay, like how are y'all gonna end this? Because it's like only got three, yeah, I only got 2 episodes left. So
yeah.
it's like how are we gonna like it's like how are we gonna say goodbye on this? Like and how y'all gonna wrap it up neatly with a bow? Like I don't
It
know.
don't sound
It's
like
like
they going to. They just gonna give you that.
yeah.
Okay, this is it, and then you choose your own adventure story. Your imagination is what happens next. So
All
it's
right.
been so many shows that do that.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just like, I hope y'all don't disappoint me because I'm like, y'all doing real good right now. It's like y'all keeping it up, like y'all making me happy. But the only thing I hated that I see that they had like a big gap too with their seasons as well because the first season came out in 2019,
Oh,
and
dang.
then the second season came out 3 years later because with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
So they didn't come back until 2022. And then they gave us then they did the third season, which was in 2023, and then they skipped a year, and then they came back for this year, and then they're done.
Oh, okay. So they took a good healthy break.
Yeah, so it was just like, all right. So yeah, they got renewed for the fourth and final season like in 2023. And so yeah, so I'm just like, I just hope they don't I hope they don't let me down because like I said, I'm like they gave it 100% for this fourth season and I'm like I can see why, but it's just like I just hope that they go on a holy high note.
So it's definitely on the must watch. Go ahead and watch it. Worth a watch category. Okay, I'll definitely, like I said, it's been on my HBO Max my list for a while now, and I'm definitely gonna have to watch it now. Like I said, I'm done with Jenny and Georgia, so I gotta
Right.
watch something else.
And what was crazy, and the reason why I actually jumped into this show is because I kept seeing memes on Facebook. Walter Goggins' character, Baby Billy, and it was
Yeah,
just the stuff he was saying. It would be taking me out. So that's why I was like, I have to watch this show. I have to watch this show. I have to watch this show. And so I'm happy that I got to watch the show because like it's good. I understand like some people are just like, oh, it's like it's a touchy topic with religion. It's like
yeah,
I understand, but I'm like it's not real. It's fake. I'm like it's just television. People. It's funny. I'm like I like as long as you can look past it and just enjoy a good show, then go ahead and watch. I think everybody would actually love this show.
yeah. And they putting a humorous spin on it. It sounds like, and with, like I said, with the cast that I read off, I can definitely see it
Yes.
having a lot of humor. So it should
Oh
definitely be one
yes.
people watch.
Yes, it's a lot of humor. It's funny. There's some moments that bittersweet. Even some of the sad moments end up turning funny. Like there's a scene in a hospital that it involves a bee. Like it's just it's just dumb crazy stuff. But it's just a good time to watch. Especially
Yeah,
like they have like there's like this one I think it's like season two and they're dealing with like a mystery group of like motorcycles assassins who, like what is this like what is going on so yeah it's like a lot of craziness going on but it's a good show
yeah,
so hopefully you'll get like this will be the next one that you get to watch
definitely.
and I will say that my top favorite characters on the show because I didn't think that was even possible. But for this show, like right off the bat, like my favorite people off this show already was let me see. I'm trying to think because I have the list. Where is it? It's Judy, Keith, Gideon, and of course Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy. That's a
Yep.
name, boy.
Yes, his name is Baby Billy Freeman. I was like, why they name this man Baby Billy? A grown ass man, and he's still going by Baby Billy. Like, who Jesus? But yes, it's such a good show. And I hate that it's actually, it's done and over. And I hate that I'm watching it and then when I'm done, it's done.
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm like, it's such a good show. So yes, once again, everybody should watch it. And if you haven't, please just give it a chance. That's all you gotta do. Give it a chance.
All right.
All right. And now that we are done with what are we watching now, we are getting into the good stuff. So now we're on to directors we love. Now that you know what we've been oh, well, sorry. These are the filmmakers who make us show up every time. Rain or shine, even when the trailers look iffy, we are in the theater's front row and we will defend them even if they're weird flops. We're keeping it simple today, two or three each. Or like my brother, he has one, which that is totally fine. It's like if we can ham it up for however minutes we got left, let's get to it. So, Chris, who are some other directors or directors you write for?
All right. The director that I decided to speak on in this section is an American film director who has received 3 Academy Award nominations for Best Director. One for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button in 2008, another for The Social Network in 2010, and lastly, Mank, spelled Mank, in 2020.
I know
This
this man.
director won both the Golden Globe Award for Best Director and the BAFTA Award for Best Direction for The Social Network, while also being widely recognized for directing several acclaimed psychological and action thrillers, including Seven in 1995, The Game in 1997, Fight Club in 1999, Gone Girl in 2014, and The Killer in 2023. Excuse me. His work in the mystery thriller genre includes Zodiac and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo in 2011. That director is none other than Mr. David Fincher. And I know that many of you, and I know you also, Chantal, have seen so many of those movies I just named off because they're some of the great films that are out there right now. And now, why am I a fan of David Fincher's direction? Well, it's mostly because of his directing style, especially when it comes to psychological thrillers and the dramas, as they are more than likely dark and atmospheric visuals. But the key things that get me about him is his heightened storytelling and the way he has just keen eagle eye as far as the detail and his orientated approach, like his ability to really dive into what is the human psyche and really pull at the character strings from within, like in Seven, Gone Girl, and Zodiac, is a shining that just always catches my eye. And a fun fact that I found out about him, before becoming a feature film director, he was a music video artist, a music video director for artists like Madonna, Michael Jackson, and the Rolling Stones. So he's just
Oh, okay.
shining on two ends. Like he's not just out here. He wasn't just out there doing it for like, oh, this band is coming up. No, he was doing it for some of the greats before he started
Right.
writing and directing great stuff. So yeah, definitely clapping it up for David Fincher, because once I started to look into him, I was like, wow, I love so many of this man's movies, and
That's
so
right.
yeah, and like I said, I know you've seen many of those.
Oh yeah, of course. Like David Fincher is definitely one of my favorite directors out there. I'm surprised you didn't say Alien 3. That was his first movie.
Oh, true that. True. Yes, you are correct.
Even though we don't talk about Alien 3. We don't talk about it. We just leave it to the wayside. It's like, sorry, sir, that had to be your first movie. Like, we understand you got to have your start somewhere, but it's just one of those movies we really don't talk about. But yes, Seven, most definitely. Like, who doesn't love Seven? Like, what's in the box? Like,
Exactly.
it's like Fight Club, of course, Panic Room, Zodiac. Don't even get me started on the girl with the dragon tattoo. Like,
Oh,
I was a fan. I was a fan of the books. Like, the books are amazing. The original trilogy that they made in Swedish, that one was great. But then, of course, when David Fincher got his hands on it, though, just like, I don't know what it was about that. Like, the way he shot that movie, it was just, to me, even though it was like a dark theme and like topics, like there's like one particular scene in that movie that I still cannot watch to this day. Like, I will skip that scene because I just can't deal with it. But the way she gets her lick back though in that movie, it was like, I love that scene so much. And just to know that he actually does it like it was done in the movie or like in the book, like, I loved it. I just love the fact that
yeah.
he did that. But and that goes without saying, like like social network right there. Like he was running them like back to back to me, like when he did Social Network, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Gone
Mhm.
Girl. Like Gone Girl,
And
I love
Gone
that book.
Girl. Oh my
Gone
God.
like I read that book. That book was insane. And so when he did it, I was just like, let's go. Like I was so happy with that turnout. Like it was just that was another good, like phenomenal
Yeah.
movie. And then like when he came back out, like I didn't get a chance to watch Mank. Like I saw how big it was at the Oscars and everything, but I
Yeah.
just didn't have a chance to see that one. I think it's still on Netflix, so hopefully I'll have a chance to watch it.
Puppet approach was chosen for the production rather than stop motion animation.
Hello?
My computer decided to start talking about Mang.
Oh,
Mang.
okay.
Yeah. It's just like,
Sorry about that,
like
y'all. That
okay.
was weird. I was like, okay. But I did like love The Killer. I'm like, I know some people didn't like it so what, but I it was like one of them slow burners, like
Yeah.
crime horror type films. I actually enjoyed it. And of course, without saying, like I loved The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Like that movie was so good. Like that was
Absolutely.
another
Because
one too as
the
well. So it's just
originality of that film to
yeah.
just
So
like go backwards in life, like, and
mm,
if y'all haven't seen that, I'm sorry, but it's that's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
mhm.
And like it's like him and Brad Pitt are such good friends that they when they connect in movies, they don't miss. And like that one was such a good one.
I don't know why I just figured. Why did I just realize that? I'm so dumb. Seven,
What?
Fight Club,
Oh yeah,
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's right. They did work together more than once.
Yeah, they don't
But
miss.
but yeah, like all three of the movies are great. So I keep forgetting that Panic Room was his movie. Like, and I
Jodie
love
Foster?
Panic Room. Yeah, and Kristen Stewart as her daughter. Like,
Seriously? I didn't know that was one of his.
yeah, I love that movie because it was
Wow.
just
Yeah.
yeah. Even though it was just like they locked up in this brownstone, but that movie was still like one of
and the attention to detail in that, and like all their like you said, they have one set real room, one place they're gonna be at shooting, but the attention to detail and everything around, like it makes you seem like they're in a whole bunch of other places. So yeah, that I did not know that. That fits him though.
Exactly. So it's like this man is like perfect when it like just comes to like shooting. Like he's just really good when it comes to like them psychological thrillers. Like I
Yeah,
don't know if anybody can touch him when it comes to those kind of movies. Just like the shooting, just the lighting, the mood, the tone, just he hits it like every time. Like you said, he doesn't miss. Like he doesn't miss. And I didn't even know that he started off in like in music videos. Like
yeah.
did not know that. Like
I had
I think that's like the coolest thing to me when they like started off at that. But he also did like TV commercials for like Levi, Converse, Nike, Pepsi. Like didn't even. But he said that he didn't like doing them though. Like he hated it, and it's just crazy. It's like, but you gotta have your start somewhere, you know. Like sometimes it's like your starts aren't always gonna be the best, but it's just like
yeah.
where you go after is like
And he soared. He went from commercials
like
to music videos to some of the top artists, and now he's one of the top directors and one of the top TV show people because he did Mindhunter in 2017. He did Love, Death, and Robots. I know you know about that one. And
yes.
he did House of Cards back in 2013, and that was a hit.
Right, which I didn't even know like some of these were like his shows until like, you know, because like I didn't even know like Mindhunter was his until
Yeah,
I like and I was like, oh, I'm like, that's pretty dope. And I know that they're talking about trying to bring that back too as well.
yeah, yep, yep.
Because I know
I'm a big fan
upset.
of Love. I'm a big fan of Love, Death, and Robots, and I just never put two and two together that that was his, or like, cause it like House of
hmm
Cards, Love, Death, and Robots, Mindhunter. They're all different, and like, but that's just what he does. Like he delivers. I see the excitement on your face. What
I
happened?
forgot. I totally forgot the last music video that he did. And shout out to my friend Grayson because he was the one who kind of had to tell me about this because I didn't even know. He did the music video for Justin Timberlake and Jay Z for Suit and Tie.
Are you serious?
I totally forgot about that. That was the last music video that he did, and it totally makes sense because I mean he worked with Justin Timberlake in Social Network, so I'm just like I
True,
totally
true.
forgot about this. I totally forgot about that. He literally did the video for Suit and Tie. Totally forgot. But
I'm
yeah.
looking at it right now. He did Say You Will, Foreigner, which is a hit,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. He did Vogue for Madonna, Paula Abdul, It's Just the Way That You Love Me, Shattered Dream, Johnny Hates Jazz.
Yes.
He just he
Mm-hmm.
just started out strong and just didn't miss. He might have hated those commercials,
Exactly.
but I'm sure those are some of the best commercials out there too. Because he just kept going.
Yes, it's crazy. It's like I because my first time knowing who he was I want to say yeah it was Fight Club because I was
Uh-huh.
like I was still too young for like Alien 3 even though I watched Alien 3 I
Yeah,
just didn't really like pay attention to like who the directors were. But I think it's like now that I've gotten older it's like okay now it's like I'm just gonna be paying attention to the people that are behind you know that are behind the scenes and like who gave us these movies because like David Fincher is in my top 10, if not in my
definitely.
top five.
Definitely. After I saw The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, I was hooked. I was like, yep, because that is something like how do you even think about something like that? Let's make a movie about a man. He's grown, and then just let's have him go backwards. And then let's have the woman he loved take care of him the whole time. And until he just disappeared. Like I like so I mean, yeah, that just blew my mind right there. I love the creativity and the attention to detail, every wrinkle on Brad Pitt's face. I mean, it was just amazing. So yeah, that's when I fell in love with David Fincher as a director, and that is my director for today.
But he's a good choice though. He's definitely a good choice. And what's crazy is that I'm like looking at his filmography. It's like he doesn't even have that many films. Like he it looks like
True.
12. I mean, it's still I mean that's still a lot because I'm like some you know like some directors don't even have more than 10. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like even with Alien 3, it's like if you just cut that one right off, it's like the rest of his lineup is like the rest of his lineup was definitely bankable. And then on top of that, they were all good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like And it's like he's definitely one of them directors who, like you said, it's just like have to like just have to keep regurgitating it. People, this man does not miss. He does not miss
and
at
and
all.
Alien 3. I mean, like you said, don't get talked about. You just look at it and go, but it wasn't John Carter. So let's just say that it's not Alien 3 is not John Carter. So it's not like the flop that is John Carter. It's still watchable. That's all. But
Right,
like you said, his filmography is just long, and he has hit after hit after hit. There's directors out there who have as many hits, who have as many movies as he do, and nine
right,
of them are flops. So
right.
and they only have the three or four that are good, but he just has not missed. And I will definitely be sitting in front row at anytime he come out with a movie from now on.
Exactly. That's how I am too. So like he doesn't have one coming out, which is kind of upsetting because I would love to see him do something else. Like, please give us something else, sir. Please, 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 please. But I'll be happy with just rewatching his stuff. Like, I have no problem with rewatching any of his stuff because I'm like his stuff is amazing. Like, I can't get bored at all.
Exactly.
So, brother, before we move on, was there anything else that you wanted to say about Mr. David Fincher?
Nope. Like I said, just a great director. If you guys get a chance, please Google his name and look up his filmography and stream and watch some of his movies, and I'm sure you'll be as big a fan as I am.
All right. So up next is Juan. So I chose three of the directors I love, but we'll see where we get with them. But first things first, let's start with number one. So for number one, this director here, he is very much known for his blockbuster hits that are with the compelling storytelling. He is considered one of the leading filmmakers of the 21st century. His film has earned over $6.6 billion worldwide, people. Billion, which is making him the seventh highest grossing film director. And to top it all off, his accolades include two Academy Awards, one Golden Globe, and two BAFTAs. And he has been appointed a Commander of Order of British Empire. And he has directed Memento, Insomnia, The Dark Knight Trilogy, The Prestige, Deception, and last, the last winner of, for me, the best picture because Honora won this year. I fucking hated it. I'm sorry. But last year's winner, Oppenheimer. My favorite director so far, as of lately, is going to be Christopher Nolan. Sir Christopher Nolan. This man has been around for a good minute. He started out in I could say what, early 2000s. I really didn't know of him just quite yet, probably until The Dark Knight. Well, first things first, it wasn't The Dark Knight, it was actually Batman Begins and then The Dark Knight. But
Okay.
so I really didn't know anything of his work until we got into the Batman era for him. I really wasn't into trying to get into Batman again, but he made me get back into it because of the way it was shot. Like it was just, I guess you could say, everything how it was just structured. It just seemed so unconventional and it didn't feel like a comic book, like, like how comic book films feel. Like you were watching any of those, it was like you were watching like a gritty drama about a man who becomes a superhero or a vigilante. But when I really fell in love with him was The Prestige. I don't know if anybody has seen this movie, brother. Please tell me you've seen The Prestige.
I have, and I was going to let you finish talking, and I was going to say, if she doesn't say The Prestige, that's going to be the first thing I say,
Earth.
because yes, that
Yes.
is one of the best movies. Yes.
Yes. So for the people who have not seen Prestige, is basically about two men who are rival musicians in Victorian London, and they feud over a perfect teleportation illusion. Like, y'all, you have Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Michael
Yes.
Caine, Scarlett Johansson, even Rebecca Hall, Andy Serkis, and even the late great David Bowie as Tesla. Like, this movie was so great to me. It was just the way it just played out. Like, you have these two men who started off as friends who was great at magic, and he just turns it on its head to something more than just two friends that are rivals. It became a psychological thriller. Like, you couldn't tell who was playing who or who was doing what. Like the twist in that movie was so ramp. Like
Yeah.
I just fell in love with this movie like repeatedly. Like I think I probably maybe watched this film. I can't even tell you how many times. Like if it's on TV, I have to watch it because it's so good. It's just one of them films that you just have to watch more than once, and it's like you can never get bored with it. Like it's never like a disappointment, like at all. Like it was one of them films that were just like, wow. It's like I can see why he is good at what he does. So,
I remember going to the movies to see it, and after the movie,
mhm,
I was just like, "Wow!" And just like my mind was just racing over everything, and it was just
right.
crazy. Yeah, this crazy good movie. Definitely, if you have not seen The Prestige, find it where
Mhm.
it's streaming. Sit down and watch it, and prepare to get blown away.
And then I think after the Prestige, of course, you have the Dark Knight, which is my favorite out of the trilogy for Dark Knight. Like that one to me, just that first opening shot of the mask and it's Joker, and it's just, but you don't know that it's him. It was perfect. And then just all the way out through that whole entire film, it was just really big. And I think for me, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that big before in my life on that kind of a grand scale. Because once again, it's like it's a comic book movie, but it doesn't feel like a comic book movie. It's like you're watching some gritty drama about some mayhem going on in this city called Gotham, and you have like this vigilante who's just like fighting crime. Like it does not feel like like a comic book movie. Like how
Yeah,
I'm like, as much as I love Marvel, don't get me wrong, I love Marvel, but those movies feel like comic book movies. But when he got a hold of Batman and did it his way, it was phenomenal. He made it into a crime drama, but then he kind of made it more like he had the realism in it. Like he made the movie feel real. Like this is like real life. Like these are the kind of things that can actually happen in these
yeah,
like in this kind of world. So that's why I just love to see like the chaos that he created in this movie, and then even the movies to me that didn't make sense, like Inception, Interstellar, Tenet. But these movies are so great, and it's like sometimes you may have to watch some of his movies a few times just to understand them. And I think that's why I love the way he does his films, like from just the different construct of narratives and like narrativism. Like he makes you think. That's what it is.
yeah,
I feel like in some of his movies, he literally makes you think. Like you're literally like thinking about that movie, and you're still trying to figure it out. Like he's that kind of a director to me. Like
yeah,
he's just it's kind of grand because I was like real shocked that when he didn't get nominated for best director for Inception, I was just
yeah.
like, I'm like, how the hell did y'all not like? Did we watch the same movie?
I think that movie. I think it went over a lot of their heads because that should have 100% been nominated and probably won because that movie is phenomenal. That's a great
Right.
movie. And
It's
like I understand the
mm-hmm.
twist of it and everything. People don't understand. Which I mean, I'm not a freaking genius. I didn't know
Right.
everything he was trying to do, but
Right.
upon watching it a second time and sitting there and just thinking, I got it. And it's above and beyond. It's because it's just the thought process to do something like that to confuse
Mm-hmm.
people so much to have them thinking like one person can think and see okay this is what happened and another person can say no this is what happened and they can both be right is
Right.
the crazy part and that's why that movie was so great and to this day it's still like I said up there one of my favorites.
Same. And alongside with Inception, I'm trying to remember. I did go to the Interstellar, and that movie right there, like I was just, I guess you could say it was one of them other movies again. I was just like torn for a loop de loop too because I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I'm like, I feel like I should understand what this is. Like, I get it. It's like Earth is dealing with famine and going through catastrophe, and they're like trying to figure out a way of like finding home for mankind. Like, I understand that, but it was just like so much more to it that
yeah,
I didn't let that like bog me down. I just sat there and just watched this movie. And the way, once again, it's just the way he shoots everything. Like I said, he shoots everything like at a grand scale. Like everything has to be big. Like, of course, like if you're at the theaters, everything has to be big. Like I don't want to feel like I'm sitting at home watching it on my
Yeah.
TV. Like I want this to be like on a big screen. Like, and for Interstellar, like that's how his movies feel. They just feel big, like all the time. Like he wants to make you feel like you're engulfed inside the movie. Like it, it's like a great feeling because it's like you do get lost, and I think that's why another reason why I fell in love with Oppenheimer as well, because everything, once again, everything is just big, everything is just
Yeah.
grand. Like on a cellular level, like that film right there to me, I think is probably like his best. Like nothing against like his like his other films, but I just think like Oppenheimer the was just the one. Like to
Yeah.
me, it was just beautiful. It was daunting. It was scary. It was epic. Like he just made everything work. Especially like there were certain scenes where he made it work with like the sound, like just like the sound engineering. Like everything just sounded so loud and just, but it worked. Like
Yeah.
I just remember seeing that movie at the theaters and just sitting there in awe. Like my mouth was open, just staring at everything. Just like my eyes were just big and just like a kid. Like, and I think that's what it is. He just makes the movie experience so much better. Like
Yeah.
he it's like he knows what the moviegoers want, and he provides, and he knocks it out the park every single time. That's why I'm actually excited to see what he does with the Odyssey, because
Exactly. Yeah.
I know that they're shooting that now, and so I'm kind of excited to see what he's gonna do. Because I already know, like I
And
already know.
the cast that he has in that movie already, I was already sold. Like, okay, he
Yes,
like as soon as I heard the cast, I could have bought a movie ticket at that time because
exactly,
I'm already gonna be there. I'm already in the front row of that movie right now. Just so I'm
exactly.
definitely gonna be there.
I'm ready. Like I'm excited to see what he does, because I'm like this. I already know like this movie is gonna just be outrageous, and once again, I'm gonna use this word again, epic, because it's gonna be epic. I just feel like it's just gonna be huge. Like, and I know it. I think it comes. I can't think of when it's supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to
Yeah,
come
that's what I
out
was
in
about to ask.
2026. Yeah, so next July. So
Next year.
next July it's supposed
Okay.
to be coming out. I'm kind of excited to see it. It's like, and what's blowing my mind is like they're saying like it's an estimate production budget of 250 mil. Like it's supposed to be like his most expensive film of his career,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be the first blockbuster he shot entirely with IMAX
Huh.
film cameras. So
So
I'm definitely here for this. So
he definitely going big.
yeah, so I can't wait to see what he does with this film. Like I'm hella excited, just ready to see.
If anybody
Let's
can pull it off,
go.
it's definitely Christopher Nolan.
Exactly. I'm very excited to see it. Just like a kid in a candy store. But let's see. So since I decided I got two more. I got two more to talk about. This main one that I want to talk about real quick. As of recently, his last movie that just came out in April. It has done very good things as of making over $300 million worldwide. He has also done other great movies, including Academy Award nominated and winner Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. Can't forget Creed on top of that. And you cannot forget Fruitvale Station. And if you guys haven't figured out who I'm talking about right now, and brother, I already know,
Of
I know
course.
you know who I'm talking about. It's the one and only Ryan Coogler. Look, y'all, I know his filmography is very short. He has only done 5 movies so far, but this man has a place in my heart. He's showing that he is one of the greatest filmmakers of our generation. He definitely showed that with Sinners. Like, even though we know Black Panther and Creed is a part of a franchise, like he really couldn't have too much to say. But when it came to Fruitvale Station, once again, he didn't really have much to say. But he gave us these stories in the way that he could only shoot. And for me, I feel like they didn't think that this black man could do such of a movie after he did Fruitvale Station. It's like he just jumped in and did Creed. It's just like, okay, but he shows you that he took a film that was a part of a spinoff off of a loved spinoff, Rocky, and he made it his own with Creed. Like that right there by itself, I not really much of a fan of Rocky. Really didn't get into Rocky. Look, I wanted to see this movie only solely because why? Michael B. Jordan. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only reason I want to see it. I ain't gonna lie about that. But to know that Ryan Coogler was a part of it, I was like, all right, let's see. He didn't like only give us a movie that was about boxing. He gave us a movie about family. He gave us a movie about legacy. Like he made the movie work. He made the movie feel intimate and also on a big scale as well because it's a boxing movie. It's a sports movie. Like even in the ring, he made it feel intimate. Like it didn't feel like oh, it's just a boxing match. We're going back and forth, whatever, whatever. He just made these movies just feel, like they didn't have to be big to be big. They could be intimate. And I feel like he did the same thing with like Black Panther. Like I don't think they thought he could handle that, but when we got that movie, it's like we had that in a chokehold and we couldn't let go. Like it was just a proudness, I guess, just to see such a movie on that scale too as well, and to have a black character to be put on a stage like that and to be able to see a world be created that we've never seen before. It was amazing. It was great. So
Yeah.
I just and then he did it again with Wakanda Forever, which to me still I know some it was like one of those moments where it was like hard to watch because we lost Chadwick Boseman, but he still gave us a movie that we could resonate with, even though it was a hard time. I don't know how many times I cried at that movie. Like it was really hard to get through, but he gave us something still. I think where I realized I was like, okay, dog, you got this in a bag. It was Sinners. Sinners showed us a different side of him that I never thought we will be able to see because this is finally something that he was able to be passionate about. This was his story. This wasn't something that was from a comic book or off some franchise. Like this was all him. So to be able to see this film shot in the way that it was filmed, it just once again, it was one of those films that it was like it felt intimate, but also it was big. It just felt like he just some of the scenes in that movie as well, like the music scene, like with Sammy when he's playing, and like the ancestors came through, and it was just like just seeing like that whole scene just be blown up into something that we've always imagined, but we never got to see on screen. So for him to play something out so big, so grand, and just something to be proud of. It's head scratching that it took this long for him to give us something like this, but I'm actually happy that it did take this long for him to have a chance to give us something. So I hate to say it, but even though I know this year ain't over yet, it's like the best movie of this year. Like it's like I feel like people ain't talking about it enough for me.
Yeah, it's I think like if he would have came out with Sinners when he was an unknown, I don't think it would have got as much plug and just hype, just all the fanfare and everything that it's gotten, and it's deserved. But I think the route that he took, like you said, giving us Black Panther and then Wakanda Forever and then co-writing Creed, and then let people know, okay, he has something in him. So when he was like, okay, this is my original work, I'm putting it out there, Sinners, I'm giving y'all a great actor to not only play one character but two characters in it, and it's an original story. People lapped it up. They just ran to the theaters behind because he already had a proven track record of doing movies his way, but they weren't his movies, or movies that were based on real life and tweaking them a little bit and just making them his own, so that when he was able to say, okay, this is mine, I'm putting my stamp on it, you guys already know what I do, it's going to be a blockbuster. And it absolutely was. So I think that it was a progression that needed to be had to give us that, and the fact that it was an original movie and Hollywood is no longer doing original movies, that made people go crazy also, and it worked.
Same. So it's like I love the fact that also like I don't know if anybody like knew about this. I know we know like he got that deal with Warner Brothers for this film too for Sinners,
Mhm.
where it's like he can get that full ownership 25 years after the film's been released, so he can have like that control over like future licensing, royalties, and sequels. Like
Yeah,
I love that. Like come on now, like how many do you know like black filmmakers are able to do something like that? Not
exactly.
many.
He
It's
worked that
like
out
it's not
perfectly.
many. So it's just kind of great to see like how far he's coming because it's like the man deserves his flowers. Like he's showing you that he can actually like he can helm like any kind of movie. Like you see what he could do with blockbusters. You can see what he could do with indies. You can see what he could do with just with like with horror or like with just sports, like anything, like you know what this man can do, and it's just the fact that like he's able to have that chance to see, like, okay, like I got this power. It's like the people showed out for me, they showed up and showed out. So it's just like, yes, it's just showing you, it's like he's just someone who's just working on being better, and it's just, and then he keeps showing that he is better. It's like he just keeps getting better and better and better, and it's like I'm excited to see what else he comes up with, because I know
Exactly.
some people are trying to say this is his magnum opus, but I'm like, y'all, I'm like, this man is just getting started. This is just his fifth film. He can keep showing us what he can do, and Sinners is just the beginning of it, and I'm excited. Like I can't wait to see what his next thing is gonna be. I know we're gonna get a Black Panther 3, because of course we got to, because of course
Yeah.
Denzel Washington already said he's gonna be in it, and I'm already excited.
Yeah.
So I'm very intrigued to see what is next for Mr. Coogler. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
And I think even if Sinners is his Mona Lisa, his 16th chapel, if it's just his greatness, I still don't see a huge downfall for any. If he makes 30 more movies and none of them as good as Sinners, I still think those 30 movies are going to be very good movies still. So I don't see him just falling off a cliff.
I don't either. So that was my number two. And my third, but not least, I am going to talk about one of my favorites. He's another director. I think most of my favorite directors are from overseas, but anyway, the first time I've ever noticed his work, I feel like you should know his work, brother. But the first was the movie that came out 20, almost, yeah, over 20 years ago. This little zombie film that has a little piece of my heart, Shaun of the Dead, which is a part of the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy, which includes
Uh-huh.
Hot Fuzz, The World's End. He also gave us one of my favorite underrated films. I feel like a lot of people probably has not seen, but they do need to see if they have not seen it. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. He even was supposed to do Ant-Man, but it's all right. He still co-wrote the screenplay for it, and he also gave us the action film Baby Driver. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about one of the greatest men of all time, Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright is one of my favorite British directors. Like this man, when it comes to like fast pace and like kinetic, like just chaotic kind of a feel of a film, like his dolly shots are like phenomenal. Like especially when you watch Shaun of the Dead, like all his dolly shots in them film, like in his films, are like the greatest thing on earth. It's like, you know, like sometimes you can get a little, over like zealous with the dolly shots, but with Edgar Wright, he uses them like so perfectly in his movies that they work. And I love the fact that like his satirical genres, like when he did Shaun of the Dead, which of course that's the zombie film, where
Uh-huh.
he makes little fun with like how the genre feel, like the genre like zombies wasn't really taking over just quite yet. It was kind of like the start of it, but I just love the fact of just making fun and poking fun, like with Hot Fuzz. You have like the buddy cop genre, which is hilarious, and then of course with the world ends is like it's sci-fi. You deal with aliens, robots, stuff like that. So I love how those three films were shot, and I love how he uses almost like the same actors in each film. There may be like a little bit of a switch in like the actors, but it's usually like the same people. And I just love how it's like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They're like either like friends or like not friends, people that don't get along anymore. Like it's just he has the story be about like either about like people who are dealing with like like personal issues, or like friends who are like falling apart, or like relationships that are struggling but trying to make amends, all while it's like chaos in the background. Like it's never anything that's subtle, anything that's like quiet. It's just like everything is always go go go, fast fast fast, and everything he usually does is hilarious. Like, if you haven't seen the Cornetto trilogy, you have to check all three of those movies out. I remember showing like a group of friends Shaun of the Dead. Nobody got it. I was upset. I'm like, y'all need to get down with the British dry sense of humor. Like, I need y'all to focus. Like, this movie is hilarious. Like, I was so upset. I was like, I will never show my friends ever again a movie that is like a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Me and mom loves his work. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like I if Shaun of the Dead is not my number one, I will have to say Scott Pilgrim is like battling with it because that is like one of the main movies that I could probably quote without even looking up at the TV to like know what's going on. Like I know that movie like word for word. Like and now that movie was fun. Like he made that movie just light, just bright, colorful, just wild, crazy, just rambunctious, just a lot of fun. Just it was just one of those films that you can just watch and never get bored with because it was just
Yeah.
it was hilarious. Like there was never a dull moment. Like that movie was just like every moment it was just like you're trying to see what's happening because so much is going on. And then the same with Baby Driver. Like Baby Driver was like he couldn't miss with that. Like that movie to me is probably one of the best like horror movies like for me in like in this generation. To me it's like it's better than Fast and Furious. Look, it's too many Fast and Furious movies for it to be like just one of the movies like okay these movies are stupid and dumb, but it's like
Yeah.
then you have Baby Driver where it's similar to that but it's not similar to it. It's just has that fast car like someone could drive like that kind of thing. So, but it was just that how everything was shot. I love how like in some of the scenes where the music matched up with like some of the stuff like the characters were doing or like the cars were doing or like I think there was one shot where it was like the two like antagonists like were like shooting guns and it was going to the beat of the music. Like I like that kind of certain stuff that you notice like he does it like with Shaun of the Dead, like in the scene in the pub where they're like beating like the owner with the pool sticks and it's to the beat that Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Like it's like just the certain stuff that he does that he like, you see carry out in like his other movies, which I love. It's just like there's some of the certain things that he does that are like they're funny, they're hilarious, and then it's like sometimes this stuff can be a little bittersweet, like on certain things, like with like the Cornetto trilogy and like Baby Driver and stuff like that. And then he did kind of like go left for me when he did the movie Last Night in Soho, but
Yeah.
I actually liked that movie. I was like a little surprised by it though because I thought people would have liked it a little bit more than what people actually did. It was a little kooky, like the way the twist was. I think I just didn't like the twist so much. If Have you seen this movie at all?
I have not seen Last Night in Soho. I've seen everything else you talked about, but that's one I have not seen.
Yeah, this one I actually did enjoy. It was just I think the back and forth, I think it was just a little bit rocky,
Yeah.
but I still enjoyed it. Like it could have just been a little bit better. Like it just I felt like it was just scratching like at the surface. It wasn't like going beneath it. But I think it still did a lot of fun with like the time travel because it
Yeah.
does deal with a little bit of time travel and it's I guess you could say it is a horror. I don't think it's really much of a horror. I think it's more like suspenseful, if anything. But it's not too bad of a movie. I would say check it out.
Yeah, I actually have the physical copy of it sitting on my
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'm like,
in
well,
my DVD stand, so I just have not
yeah.
got.
I would be like, yeah. I would say, please watch it. But yeah, I keep forgetting that he did write the Adventures of Tintin, the one
Oh,
that
didn't?
Steven Spielberg did. He wrote the story for that one. I really didn't watch that one too much because I mean I'm like it's Tintin and I really didn't get into Tintin. But yeah, he did that one. But I'm also kind of excited because his next movie is The Running Man. I don't do you remember the first one?
I do with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of course, I
Yeah,
do. That's a
yeah.
great
So
movie.
so I'm kind of excited to see how they do this because Glenn Powell is gonna be the Running Man. So
Oh,
yeah,
he
so
he's
yeah,
getting a lot of shine right now. So yeah,
exactly.
he won't be
So
Arnold, but he'll do good at it.
and so I'm kind of excited to see because this movie comes out in November, so that's really not that far
Oh, it's coming
away.
out this year.
Yeah.
I know it's a Running Man 2025, but I thought that's when they were going to start what they, but they, I thought that's when they were going to start filming of it this year, but they've already pretty much wrapped if it's coming out in November.
Oh yeah, they wrapped in March of this
Okay.
year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Hang on 2 seconds. All right. So yeah, they started filming last year and finished in March. So
Oh, okay. Okay. And yeah, like you said, Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorites. Hot Fuzz is one of my favorites. The World's End is hilariously ridiculous. But Shaun of the Dead, that's when I can quote like, Sean, you've got red on you. I dinged it when he smashed up that car he wasn't even supposed to drive. I mean, the car that he only was supposed to watch so he can drive the other
Yeah, he was
car.
like, it was parked. He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
guess
right.
we'll have to take the Jag then. Like, you know what you were
Exactly.
doing with that, man. You wanted that Jag. That's what that was.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, I just love the fact that in that movie too, it's just the scene where like Sean comes out with with like Yvonne and who is it, Siobhan? I think it's Diane and oh boy, I think it's David or whatever. And what's his name comes back around. I cannot think of his name for the life of me. What was his friend's name? It's Ed. When wheeling up to the front of the building, he's like, "What's up, niggas?" So it's just like, did they really let that get away with that?
exactly.
Either way, I just like how they all looked at Sean, and Sean just looked disappointed, like I can't believe you just said that. But I just love the fact that they got away with that because
Yeah,
to me, I thought that part was funny. I don't care. I'm like, I found hilarity in it. I thought it was funny.
yeah. The context
Yeah,
of it within the movie, like it was a stretch for them to put it in
yeah.
there, but it fit with Ed's character and everything.
Yeah, it was like it literally worked. But I would love for him to do more because he really doesn't have that many like films that he like really like directed. He's
Yeah.
another one who doesn't have that many like yeah, like 9. He's done 9
Yeah.
films so far. And I've out of all of them I've seen 8. Yeah, because one of them is actually a documentary film. So technically
Which one
7.
was that?
The Sparks Brothers. I've never seen that. That's a documentary. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. But the rest, I've seen all his movies except for that first one, which is A Fistful of Fingers, which I've never even heard of.
It looked like a western. Yeah, I've never seen
Yeah,
that one either.
yeah. It's a Western. I'm like, I've never seen it. I've never even heard of it. So, but yeah, that was like 95. So it's like, wow, 30 years old. No wonder. I'm like, oh, I've never seen this movie. I've
Yeah,
only seen Shaun the Dead. Like, literally, I thought that was like the first movie he ever done. Not realizing he's done one before.
yeah. And I've seen that movie so many times.
Oh my God. Like, I just remember this is around the time when blockbusters were still around and they were doing the 5 for 20s when they were still doing the fivers and the fours. So, like, that was like one of the picks that mom had picked up. And, like, I watched it, fell in love with it. And it was just like, whenever another movie would come out, I was like, I have to see it. And Shaun of the Dead was the only one we didn't get to see in theaters. We saw Hot Fuzz for free when we would used to do our freebie days when we used to get free tickets. And of course, we've seen Scott Pilgrim. Oh, yeah, that was another one we got to see for free, which was really cool. And then we saw The World's End. We actually had to pay for that one. But
Yeah.
either way, I he's another great director. I would love to see something else. And it's crazy how this is his first movie within 4 years. So The Running Man, which is kind of crazy, but I am kind of happy that he did take a break. He probably needed it. So, but it's can't wait to see what the Running Man is going to look like in his hands because if it's anything like Baby Driver, anything from the Cornetto trilogy, or even like Last Night in Soho, I'm pretty down and pretty game for it. Like I'm excited to see what he actually continues to do because he's another one who hasn't quite disappointed me yet. So I'm happy for that. I'm actually happy he has not disappointed me yet.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be over the top with a drip of humor to it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's gonna put his fingerprint on it.
I'm excited though. Was there anything else that you wanted to add, brother?
No, we ran down some pretty great directors and gave the audience definitely enough movies to watch, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they steer in our direction and let us know via email or whatever that they enjoyed what we said.
Perfect. And if y'all are listening and you have a director you want to shout out, hit us up, tweet us, message us. We're always down to chat about movies.
Yes, hit us up at the Hazel Eyed Movie Guy at yahoo.com.
Yeah.
And
So
that will wrap up our episode of Popcorn and Perspective. We hope that you enjoyed the conversations, games, movie recommendations, and directors we love. And hopefully, we will run back that quote and we'll do a little better on the next time, the quote game.
yeah, so if you have any questions, topic ideas, or want to be a guest on the show, don't be shy. You can email us at chantelashford@hotmail.com or the hazel-eyed movie guy at yahoo.com. And don't forget to join us next time. We'll be diving into movie court and casting couch. You do not want to miss that.
And as we always say here at
Popcorn as Perspective, watch the movies
love the movies
and
and always keep them
keep
with you.
them with you. Catch y'all next time.
All right, guys.